Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Nick from Noob Kill coming at you with another Madden video today. So guys, this is gonna be what I think a lot of people are waiting for, is my honest opinion, my review, and of course my thoughts about Madden Overdrive. Now I know some of you guys probably were like, where has this video been? I wanted to hear what you think about it. And honestly guys, if some of you guys think that, hey, I'm lying in this video or I'm just saying things because EA's told me to say things, that is absolutely false, guys. This is honestly my opinion. If you guys don't want to take my word on that, I don't really know what else to say. But of course, guys, why this video took a little longer to make is because honestly, when the game first came out on August 15th was the release date, you guys saw in the game there was honestly nothing to do in the game. Like it was very bare bones. All we had was Overdrive. We had like a little sneak peek, I believe it was Team of the Week program with like the fake Team of the Week with like Russell Wilson and all that other stuff. And then of course we had the NFL 24/7 tab, which had like 3 events in it, one of them being the legacy event, and really there was like nothing to do in the game. Of course you can jump into your league versus league matches if you were in a league, but other than that, if you played your 3 live events, you would just play Overdrive. That's all you could do in the game. And honestly, that would got boring very fast, and a lot of people were complaining like there's nothing to do, and that is completely 100% understandable. There was nothing to do, so that's why I didn't make the review of my honest opinion of Madden Overdrive like August 16th, because that's not very fair. Of course, now it is September 15th now. That's a month since Madden Overdrive has released, so now we have a bit better understanding what type of packs we are going to see in the game, what the programs might be like in the future. With the kickoff program, we already had our first program, what of course changes have happened to Overdrive gameplay, and just overall user, I guess, friendliness of the game is what would be the word, right? Am I talking about here? So first off, let's talk about what's good about the game, then let's like transition to what like needs work, and then of course what is like I think is terrible. And if that doesn't change, Madden Overdrive might not have a very long longevity of a lifespan of a lot of people playing the game, and that's unfortunate, and I hope that doesn't happen, because honestly guys, I've been playing Madden Mobile since Madden Mobile 15. I did not play Madden 25 with Barry Sanders. That game I heard wasn't the greatest, but of course Madden Mobile 15 and onwards, I've had a lot of fun with it. You guys see the channel is a Madden Mobile YouTube channel, and I owe it all to this game, and I want to see the game succeed as much as anybody. You know what I'm talking about? It's a very fun game that I think of and all that stuff. So let's start off to the first part, and that is the new engine. I think that is fantastic. Gameplay feels so much better than the previous years of Madden Mobile. Madden Mobile's previous years, yes, you had those 3, 4, 5 money plays that always worked. They were guaranteed to work, but mechanics wise, no one would jump for balls. Tackling was sick though. Honestly, tackling was dope, and I'll touch on that part a little bit later on in this video. But of course, no one would jump for the ball. Your receiver would always make the same animation, so if you did not get that like animation, you automatically knew it wasn't gonna catch. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, those things I'm really happy about changing. Now you got like, they're actually doing toe taps, they're diving for the ball, they're doing rat catches, they're doing possession catches. Those things are very cool. Running mechanic, I love the running mechanic this year. It feels so fluent, the juke moves and everything. Other than that, gameplay is, I feel, a lot better than last season. Now I'm not saying it's perfect. No, it's not perfect. There's still a lot of bugs and fixes that they need to change. They went at launch, there was the analog stick was like screwy, wouldn't even activate, so they made the button a little bigger. Now when they did that, they actually messed up some of them a little bit as well. If you guys notice that if you try to drop back with your quarterback right before the snap, so you like kind of hold down the joystick and then snap the ball, he'll automatically bullet passes to whoever's the receiver on the left side of the field, and that you don't even get like see the player run as well. It's just like boom, and that it ruins your play. So yeah, that needs to be changed. Another thing that needs to be changed is, of course, the cornerbacks and safeties are like, yo, they're like psychics, bro. They know exactly where the ball is gonna land if you go with deep passing. Deep routes are absolutely really bad this year. Like, you still get some that like your guy will burn the cornerback and stuff like that, but most of the time, if he's right there on his back, it's not even going to be an incomplete pass. It's most likely going to be a pick, and that is just terrible. And that happens a lot in Madden Overdrive and all that stuff. So I feel like that gameplay mechanic needs to be changed. They did bump up the defensive backs to be smarter and stuff, but now they're just like geniuses. They like have that 200 IQ. You know what I'm talking about? They know exactly where the ball is going to be, and that's just very frustrating that you can't even get a really fast wide receiver to try to burn a cornerback, because then the safety would help. It is just that I feel like needs to be changed. Now that's what's been good about the game. I feel like the programs they've been all right, all that stuff. Like I really like season battles, guys. Honestly, I feel like season battles is a lot better than the previous seasons. Now I saw someone in the comment section below give me a recommendation, and actually not a bad one, where it was like, if you wanted the 16 games, like a lot of people are saying this season battle sucks, and the previous year's 16 seasons or 16 game seasons, and then you go to the playoffs and play the Super Bowl, was so much better. But like, if you played those 16 games, after you get in the Super Bowl, you win the Super Bowl, you got nothing. You really got no reward and stuff like that. This time around, you play 32 games. I know it's pretty much double it, or it's a lot more, but of course you play 32 games, and then after that you get yourself an elite player, you got yourself a bunch of coins, you got yourself a bunch of captain patches, you got blitz tickets, I believe, as well, and of course gold players and silver players. So I feel like the rewards are there, you just have to invest some time, and that's always what seasons has all been about. It's always been, it's a time consumer. Like seasons before was not something you just do your 10 season game, your 10 seasons to go ahead and complete your mobile master. It took all the way to most people didn't even take it took most people till, like, I want to say October to finish all 10 seasons, and that's them just grinding out season games. So yeah, I feel like the rewards are better, but of course someone recommended that maybe, hey, they bring back the old season style, but they just give us rewards when you win the Super Bowl. So it's a little bit quicker, even though it's like, what, 16 games, and then the 4 playoff games, including the Super Bowl. So that's what, 20 games. So you're only losing, you're only saving on about 12 games in total, and you're not getting an elite player, because if they went back to the old route, I don't think they're going to be giving an elite player for winning the Super Bowl, which I feel like what they've done right now, I really enjoy season battles. It is a time consumer, but hey man, that's what I feel like seasons is all about, of course. And I like it just because you can play with your players that you got, you can test out new plays, especially since there's new 4 playbooks. You can test out what plays work, what don't, against the CPU. So yeah, season battles I think is all right. Now let's move on to what a lot of people are disliking about the game, and one of them being is sets. There's no more sets in the game. We now have the storefront, and honestly for me, I feel like the storefront is the exact same thing as the sets, and a lot of people are saying like we need sets back because we're missing something in the game. I feel like the storefront does substitute exactly what the sets do. It's just that we have a lack of things in the storefront. There's no large quick sell. There's no more there is now the training points where you get the elite players, but like that feels very like that one tab. I should feel like should have like the quick sell. If they want to bring back the Wheel of Madden cash, that was freaking fantastic, but like we're missing out those small minor sets that I feel like would change the game. Like exactly, like the sets and storefront are basically the same thing. You got your currency instead of collectibles, and you trade the currency to get a player. I feel like it's the exact same thing, but of course we're just missing a lack of things. So I feel like even we're a month in, we don't even see that things, which is a little bit disappointing. But of course I really hope the team will listen to feedback that we've all been saying, that like, yo, instead of giving us back sets, just give us some more things in the storefront that we can actually do with rewards we get in the games, like silver players. Silver players are actually useless now. All you do is basically just trade them in for trading points, and then use those trading points to get an elite card. So like silver cards that were kind of useless, gold cards are even kind of useless right now as well. Besides like once you get a full elite team, your gold card is absolutely useless, because like you can only trade them in for training points. There's nothing valuable to them, and their currency probably is the only thing if you got a team of the week player. So yeah, I feel like storefront is not bad, but I feel like they just need to go ahead and add more things to the storefront, such as quick sells. Quick sells would probably be the biggest one that I would like to see into the storefront. Now moving on to our next thing that I feel like a lot of people are upset about, is of course Madden Overdrive. So you guys know they changed the name. They rebranded the game from Madden Mobile, which I don't understand. It is still a mobile game, to Madden Overdrive, because Overdrive is a new feature. You know what I'm talking? It's the big thing in Madden Overdrive. So I feel honestly, guys, launch for me was a lot of fun. I get it was boring. I was just playing Overdrive all day long, and I honestly, guys, like Overdrive. Now, do I say it's perfect? Heck no. I know there's a lot of problems with it, but honestly, for me, it's just fun. It's just like a place. It's high intensity for me. Do I win every game? Heck no. Do I win every games, man? But of course, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think the gameplay is really sick, and I think that they launched the game right, but the execution of things are just wonky. It's just missing. It just feels weird. It just doesn't feel right, I should be saying. One of them being saying is that, like, Overdrive, I feel like I like the mode, but of course I know a lot of people have a different attitude around Overdrive, and I agree with them, and I understand what they're coming from. Is because you basically have to play Madden Overdrive, the Overdrive mode. I know it's called Madden Overdrive, so they're making a big thing, but they wrapped it all into this. You know what I'm talking about? They wrapped every single part of the game into Overdrive. So if you suck at Overdrive, you're gonna have a bad time. If you don't even play Overdrive, you're not gonna be able to play the game at all, because you need to play Overdrive to get your Blitz tokens, and to get your Blitz tokens to play events. Like before in the previous Madden mobiles, hey, honestly, the way I played head-to-head was only the first week. With the first week, man, I would just grind all the way up to get to head-to-head Hall of Fame, and then after I got the Hall of Fame, once I got the collectible needed to get my mobile master, I never touched a head-to-head ever again, besides when I made videos. I wouldn't play head-to-head in my free time. I wouldn't like go out of my way to play head-to-head. I wasn't a head-to-head type of guy. I was more of a seasoned player, of a live events player, and of course a pack opening and card collector type of player. So now that we look at it now, basically you have to play head-to-head. If you hated head-to-head before and you didn't want to touch it, you didn't have to touch it. This season you have to play it, and that's why I feel like the execution of this is bad, because if I don't like Overdrive, and if I don't like one part of the game, it ruins the whole game for me. You know what I'm talking about? Like, if let's say I didn't like Seasons, I didn't have to play Seasons, man. I didn't even have to touch that. I could just play League versus League and head-to-head. But this time around, you have a mode that a lot of people are disliking, and they don't want to play, so that's bringing down everything else. Like, you guys can have an awesome program or an also awesome promo, but if you link it to Overdrive and make it like basically mandatory to play, it sinks this program down completely, and that's where I feel like the model needs to change. Like, the kickoff program was fantastic. I think it was really good, but the one flaw from it was that you needed to grind out Madden Overdrive, because if you won your Madden Overdrive games, you would get some kickoff points. Now, if you were a free-to-play player, there's no way. Okay, there is a way, but I don't know how the math. But people have said that they did get to that Mike Vick free-to-play, 10 million points. I have no clue how they got it. But of course, I didn't play that much Overdrive, but if you were a free-to-play player on my no money spent account, I haven't bought since the signature pack. So when the kickoff promo came out, I only got to 1 million coins. I did get to the 80 overall Mike Vick, but I didn't get any of the other elite players, any coins, all that stuff. So it was like, yo, I had a lot of fun with the program. I played the events as much as possible. I grinded out the Blitz events and used all my Blitz tokens, and I still barely got enough to get to that Mike Vick. You know what I'm talking about? So I feel like, yo, they had a really great program, but they really invested a lot of it into you had to play Overdrive. And I understand that. Overdrive's a new mode. They've been working night and day, guys, to make sure that game mode was polished, to make sure it was good, and people were gonna like it. And of course, the feedback was the opposite of what they thought they were gonna get. But I feel like the only reason why they got opposite feedback is because they made it mandatory to do. Honestly, guys, I feel like Overdrive's a really good mode, but it's just the execution of it and making it mandatory has ruined the Overdrive mode. And like I said, I'm not saying the Overdrive mode is perfect. I'm not saying that there are no bugs. You don't need to fix anything. No, there is gameplay bugs that happen, but it's all comes down. What I like about Overdrive is the better game mechanics, and it all comes down to strategy. You have to set up your lineup to a specific archetype, and then of course you use your captains to get your captain bonuses, and of course you got your coaching and all that stuff. I thought that was really cool and neat, and really makes you think of how to play the game. Now, of course, I think it's better for me. I like it better than the counter system. I didn't really like the counter system, and the only thing good about the counter system I felt like was when they brought out the collectibles, and you can make bank off a collectible. I thought that was really good. But besides that, the the counter system was always a negative thing. It was like, man, she got soft countered 4 times in a row, went four and out, basically got turned over on downs just because a 10% counter happened every single time on just random plays I'd pick. So honestly, I think it's really cool. I like the high adrenaline intensity of Overdrive, but of course, like I said, I just don't think the whole game should revolve around this one mode. I understand the game is called Madden Overdrive, and it could be a big part of the game, but it should not feel mandatory to play the game to progress in the game. And that's another thing. We just had the Football Outsiders that just came out on Friday. That was the first time we saw Football Outsiders, and the only way you could get Football Outsiders, guys, get it right here, was buying bundles, was buying packs with Madden Cash and all that stuff. So if you were a free-to-play player, there's no way you're getting that bad boy. You could have one of the, I don't even know who the people were. I didn't even look at the team Football Outsiders. Once I saw it was like Madden Cash, I felt very disappointed in that. It's because like when I remember first getting into Madden Mobile, with Madden Mobile 15, we had one of the best packs, which I feel like need to be back in the game, and that is Pro Packs. Pro Packs are one of the best things. One of the things that I feel like made the game in the pack opening space is, of course, you open up Pro Packs, you would get Team of the Week cards, and you would get Football Outsiders. You could pull Legend cards. They were not like program cards like Legend cards, Football Outsiders, Rising Stars, Team of the Week. They were not all subject into one generic pack. For the program, if I opened up a pack of Pro Packs, I could get a chance at getting myself a program player. But of course, now there is no Pro Packs. I don't know if you can pull the program players like out of the Blitz packs, the ones that you can buy with Madden Cash, or if it's, I can't remember, I think they're Madden packs, the one with Antonio Brown. But like, no one's gonna pay 200 Madden Cash with no coin value to open up a pack that only gives us like 2 gold or better players or something like that. So yeah, I feel like that is a thing that needs to change as well. They really shifted the game into making it a lot harder for free-to-play players to play. Now, it's not impossible for a free-to-play player to play. You can still get a good team. You can still play and stuff like that. But of course, if you want to stay in the high rankings, it's very, very difficult. You're going to have to playing a lot of Overdrive, and you're investing so much more time into the game. And you got to remember, this is a mobile game. This is supposed to be a game where I'm supposed to pick it up, play it for about 10 minutes, put it back down, and I'm on the go. You know what I'm talking about? If I'm at work, I can pick it up very quick, smack out a couple live events, I'm at back down, go back to work, go back on break, and pick it back up, play it very quick. I'm not supposed to be here sitting down for 16 hours playing Madden Overdrive just to get enough Blitz tickets to go ahead and spam one live event to get a bunch of collectibles. I just feel that's not right. I understand like now it's pretty cool that we have no more stamina and stuff like that, but the Blitz tickets way and making you play Madden Overdrive is just really bringing down the game, just because a lot of people have this negative opinion about Madden Overdrive, the program, and since they don't want to play Madden Overdrive, they can't do anything else in the game, and that's unfortunate, man. That's really unfortunate. I really don't know how. I don't have the answers. Honestly, guys, I am a game changer. I'm an EA Sports game changer. You guys have to take into the fact that I have to always say this. We work with EA Sports. We don't work for EA Sports. As much as I would love to go in there and say, oh, I'm just going to go ahead and type code, but I don't know how to write code. But like, if I can just go in there and say, yo, I need this done by Monday and get it done for me right now, and that's my answer, I can't do that. I cannot change what the game is. All I can do is tell the feedback to the dev team, and if they take it, that's awesome. If they don't take it, hey man, we tried. You know what I'm talking about? But of course, the dev team is awesome. They've listened to a lot of feedback, and you guys think like Madden Overdrive was something that the Game Changers made up. That's what I feel like. I've seen a lot of comments, and it's like it's something like the Game Changers gave them feedback saying this is a great mode. And honestly, the Overdrive mode came from all the feedback from you guys. You know what I'm talking about? Like, we don't really, what we say to the dev team is what you guys tell us, bro. For the past 3 years now, counters have been terrible. They've been such a bad thing. Season mode has been boring. So they went ahead and changed things up this year. Now, of course, they changed things up dramatically. It's like a big new spin on it, which is took big hit and made the learning curve very tough on it. But of course, I feel like things needed to be changed. Now this dramatic, I don't know about the new playbooks and all that stuff. I feel like it's cool, but maybe it's too big of a dramatic change and stuff like that. They could have just introduced Madden Overdrive, have everybody with the same playbooks and kind of roll with that. I have no idea, but that would not make the balancing and all that stuff. There's a science to it, there's math and all that stuff. They're working on it, you know what I'm talking about. But of course, honestly guys, my opinion of Madden Overdrive a month in is I still think it's a very playable game. I still think it's a very good game, and I know there's going to be a lot of potential in the future. I just feel like I hope in the future that, like, for Most Feared is going to be the one that everybody has their eyes on, and I hope the dev team is going to put a lot of more effort into this Most Feared than any other Most Feared years they have done in the past, just because a lot of people are going to be watching this, seeing how the promo is, and if that one flops, it's not going to be good for Thanksgiving program Ultimate Freeze, because this is the first big promo and this is the one that everybody loves. So I feel like they need to make sure that's critiqued perfectly. Maybe not include Madden Overdrive so much. Like, hey, I understand if you want us to play Madden Overdrive and make it a thing that works with the program, like kind of interline them, but of course make it so if you do play Overdrive, it's a bonus. Don't make it like, yo, if you want to get to the top tier, you're gonna have to do all this grinding on Overdrive like that. But of course, that's my take on it, guys. Like I said, I feel like the new game of Madden Overdrive is very fun. I think Overdrive's cool, but of course the way they executed some things, I feel like they need to change. I feel like there's got to be a lot more coin Bible packs, guys. Like the Football Outsiders, I was just mind-boggled. I understand if it's a signature pack or a signature bundle, even a signature bundle before, you could buy it with coins like 400k. Make it like, even if it was 400k for a signature player, make it at least so you can buy it with some coins. How are you gonna release a pack, especially like Football Outsiders, where it's like a weekly thing, and make no coin Bible packs? That is ridiculous to me. There's no storefront for Football Outsiders. There's never been really sets for Football Outsiders, but it's never been you can only get the players from buying Madden Cash. But yeah, guys, this has been kind of a long video. It's like 20 minutes long already. I think I'm gonna edit some things up so it's not as long, but if you guys stayed through the end of this video, I appreciate you guys. If you guys have more feedback, like I said, I work with EA, I don't work for them, but I will send them feedback as much as you guys give me, and all that stuff. So send me the feedback in the comment section below. Tell me your feedback, honest feedback, and don't just say the game sucks. Tell me like the game sucks, and then expand on that. Don't just say the game sucks. I cannot just go to the dev team and just say your game sucks, and they say, okay, what do you want to change? And then all I can say back is your game sucks. There's gonna be no improvements there. So please, if you're gonna give feedback, if you say the game sucks, tell me why the game sucks with some dialogue, with some feedback, and some, like, I guess, criticisms that we can work on to make this game better. So like I said, I want to make this game as best as it can be, guys, and I know you guys enjoy Madden Mobile, and I want to see Madden Overdrive succeed as much as Madden Mobile has done in the past. But yeah, guys, really want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Always stay hyped, guys, and I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.
What's up?